Alright guys, we're back for another Warmachine Tuesday. This week I'm actually just I'm sit on the sideline. I'm not really feeling like playing, but we have a really good looking game. 50 points, 2 colossals, lots of stuff gonna die, lots of hurting. Hyperion rolled off 1, chose to go first, so he's gonna introduce his army first.
Hi. So it's Lord Arcanist Ossian, mainly because I want to kill that Woldwrath something fierce. Full Mage Hunter Strike Force, full Halberdiers plus a Soulless, Hypnos to lock down any beasts that get away, Stormfall to bring some extra punch, pair of Arcanists for the extra focus and concentrated power, Silas for free upkeep and increased range on our Cantric Bolts, and Hyperion because he's Hyperion.
And he obviously hates Legion.
Yeah, I do.
So we're going to walk over here because this is such a big board. We're going to walk over here and we're going to go over Circle.
Alright, this is Circle Orboros. We have 2 sets of shifting stones here. This is the one with the UA. 2 Wold Guardians. Big Beefy here. The Woldwrath.
Beefy.
E-Boulder, the Stone Soul. Brute Squad of the Skinwalkers with the UA. And a Gallows Grove to round out my points.
Alright, so those are the 2 armies. We are playing, or they are playing what scenario?
Incoming.
Incoming?
From 2013.
So, and we're actually going to do a little bit different format. Instead of at the end of each turn, we're actually going to do the end of each player's phase, just to have a better recap of stuff so nothing's really missed. So we're going to see how that goes for us. So we'll be back at the bottom, I guess, middle of turn
soon.
1. Yeah.
So basically this turn was pretty easy. All we did really was activate the Mage Hunters. Mage Hunters moved up and tried to shoot at one of the stones, just barely out of range, which was a bit of a bummer. Stormfalls ran up. Arcanists gave focus to Hypnos and Hyperion. Hyperion and Hypnos both ran up to their positions. Ozzy decided to throw down a bunch of spells. He's got Chronomancer up on himself because I don't think Admonition's really going to make a difference on him this early. Quickens up on the Halberdiers, which means they're pretty tanky. And Admonition is up on Hypnos, just why not. Silas trying to keep up. Halberdiers are currently in Shield Wall. Stormfalls ran, Arcanists are done. That's about it.
Alright, so that was the bridge of turn 1. We kind of figured out that phrase there in the middle. So we'll be back at the end of turn 1 when Circle goes. Alright guys, we're back at the bottom of turn 1. Circle just went, so we're going to let him recap.
Alright, he ran for 1 focus. These 2 moved up into Shifting Stones and Flesh of Clay themselves for 2 Fury. And shifted both of them up. Baldur moved into Shifting Stones and on-stealth ones. He has 1 more token on him. He roots to Earth this himself. And he also roots to Earth this one, so he's at on 23. Stupid. These guys all ran upwards. He's going to be a sacrificial lamb to try to get him to damage him. And if he does, the rest of them are going to get angry. And it's just shifting itself over there, and that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's it. So we'll be back at the bridge of turn 2. Alright, so we're back at the bridge of turn 2.
So I advanced forward a lot of guys. I used Mage Hunter Strike Force to try and put some damage onto the Skinwalkers. Took out one of them with the Mage, plinked a little bit on the Gallows Grove, tried to get rid of it, which is probably going to do a lot of bad things to me this turn, actually. Plinked away one of the Shifting Stones with Stormfall. Stormfall's actually put a lot of damage, comparatively speaking, onto the Woldwrath. Just a tad out of range for the to shoot the Woldwrath with my guns. Halberdiers are ready to go next turn, and Hypnos has void locked the colored Woldwrath, colored Wold Guardian. Guardian. That's the name I'm looking for. Okay.
This one.
And that's really about it for me. The circle around that Skinwalker is Ozzy's bubblegum. We'll see if it's bad or good for me.
Bubblegum. So, yep, that is Rhett's bridge of turn 2. So now we're going to go on to Circle and we'll see what happens. Alright, so here we are back at the end of turn 2, end of Circle. So we're going to have him recap.
Okay, so Skinwalkers decided to charge in, get stuck in, killed a few models here and there. Key thing is that through terror, they caused them to flee, which is great.
No, it's not.
Gallows Grove moved up. Shifting Stones shifted around here. He did Druid's Wrath and popped the Stormfall Archers, which were then finished off by this unit, Shifting Stones, via Rockhammer. And then one got killed by this guy here. He ran away via Admonition, so he couldn't get over
You're not
there.
gonna get up there and smack him. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Since he has Elemental Mastery, he charged for free despite the Void Lock, whiffing both of his attacks here, but he's still stuck in. Boulder moved up. Rockwall here. He has 2 Worm tokens, so 2 damage at the end of his activation, and he popped his feet for obvious reasons. I tried a Crevasse here, forgetting stupidly that they had stealth, so whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that is more or less it.
All right, so
Did you say to defeat?
Oh yes, I did.
I know. Did you say?
so
Yes.
pretty much that's it. We'll come back at the bridge of turn 3. All right, here we are at the bridge of turn 3. Retribution just went, so we're gonna see what happens.
So, Halberdiers did team effort, charged in, annihilated most of the Skinwalkers. Sadly didn't end up finishing that last guy off. Mage Hunters passed their command check and just ran around trying to mess people up. Hyperion moved in, got some punches off. Sadly, he was not able to actually knock out his target, which was a bit of a bummer. Vortex locked this guy here, so no big deal there. Got a point this turn, so hopefully next turn works. We'll see what happens.
All right, you heard it. So far, Ret 1 point, Circle 0, and we'll be back at the end of turn 3.
Yep.
So,
All right, so here we are back at the end of turn 3. Circle's been running stuff around everywhere, so we'll let him explain what happened.
all right, shenanigans. Yeah. So, doing this on a mile-by-mile basis. The important thing is he moved 5 inches over here, barely drew line of sight to his Warcaster, managed to hit, boost damage,
Real hard.
got a really nice hit on him,
Half
popped
my
the
life
Standard
on
Bearer
one shot.
over here as well.
One shot.
Also did Druid's Wrath, which actually ended up being completely useless, but oh well. He was really lucky with his placement over here. Baldur was right here. He arced a spell right here. I boosted to hit with a Crevasse, and then
He
I
hit me.
rolled 10 to damage. And
Yeah, you
then
got 10 to damage. You
and
needed a
then
12 to kill me.
I needed 12 to kill him. Very, very close.
Yeah, I
If I
have,
had boosted-
I have 4 boxes left total.
If I
If you
boosted,
had boosted, you would have had a really good shot
I
at
would
killing
have
him.
had a shot of killing him. But I decided to Rockwall here instead to make sure my caster didn't die.
Right. There's pretty much no way I can kill Baldur
Right.
this coming turn. But
Um,
if he had gone all in to try and kill me and he hadn't, Baldur was
Yep.
going to die.
These shifting stones shifted around here. This guy tried to Rockhammer here, but failed. This guy is currently mindless from the last turn, so he just bought attacks here and whiff. This guy was Voidlocked, which is now gone.
Yep. We're using fire because I don't have a Voidlock token.
Yep. Took a few swings into him, did shield damage.
Yep.
Pretty much.
6 points of shield damage.
Worldview.
The Skinwalker right here moved around to take some free strikes because I was
You're
trying
looking
to
for
get
clearing line of sight.
trying to clear line of sight and whatnot. So he's dead, and that's mostly it. Not really much damage around here, but for all intents and purposes, I came really close to killing his caster. So.
I'm on the run now. I have to back up and screen my caster because I know that Circle has a lot of
Shenanigans.
weird long range crap that I don't really want to play with. I'd rather not get killed at 20 inches by an errant rock or some junk. I don't know.
So,
And that's pretty much it.
yep, that's it for turn 3. So we'll come back on turn 4.
Damage.
It's definitely coming down to the wire. So
Yep.
we're gonna see what happens. It's like it's gonna end pretty soon, but you never know because right now casters are on like opposite ends of the world. So we'll see what happens here on turn 4. All right, so here we are at the beginning of turn 4. A few things died, but we'll let Retribution recap on that.
So, pretty much I ran Ozzy the hell away. I used his gun to try and pop the Gallows Grove to prevent it from being too much of a threat so he doesn't arc any more spells to try and kill me. I utilized Halberdiers to charge in and knock off the fuel cache / whatever the hell it is in incoming and finish off the remaining wounded Wold Guardian. Mage Hunters did more of the same, basically putting a little bit of damage on the fuel cache and trying but failing to put damage on the Wold Guardian. Hyperion with Concentrate Power swings in, pretty much kills the Wold Guardian without too much of a problem. I made a mistake, but we'll see if it matters. I think it might actually. We'll find out. Hypnos tried to kill somebody off, so that was fun. He killed off the Rock Guardian, so that was cool. Arcanists are just doing Arcanisty things, and that's really about it. So currently we are sitting at 3-2-4-2.
Yeah, Ret 4, Circle 2.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yes. 'Cause it was,
All right, yep.
Yeah, it was too long.
So then we'll be back at the end of turn 4.
Yep.
All right, so here we are, the end of turn 4. It's finally the end of the game. We'll go and let them explain it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed it, so we'll let them explain what
You
happened.
bastard.
Sorry.
Okay, so effectively during his turn, he killed my Wold Guardians over here, which is why those guys are all gathered here. He also killed my objective here, which left them at 4 points, which meant no matter what, I had to essentially kill his caster all the way back here in order to prevent him from winning on scenario.
And you thought we wouldn't be winning. We wouldn't be playing for scenario. The Colossals didn't even get to each other.
I ended up with 2 scenario points. He essentially wins on scenario 5.
Yeah, 3.
Or,
It was 4 to 2.
no, it was 4
And,
4 to 2.
no, 'cause
and-
you're not dominating. That's right.
right, I'm not dominating, so it ends up being 5 to 2.
Okay.
So what I did during my activation is I moved 2 shifting stones out of the way over here. Eboldur charged this clump right here. Ground zeroed. Pretty much
All these guys over here.
pretty much killed all those guys with the ground zero.
They're really low armor. So they
Which-
exploded.
Which essentially cleared out
was a
everything I
bad day.
needed for line of sight purposes. The key thing is if I could kill this guy and make it so that he could get line of sight here, he would have died. Because if he was out of the way, he would have been closer. Because
After his movement, yeah.
he would have just been able to go straight here, and we did roll it out just to see what would happen. He would have, in fact, been in range and lightning gun.
He would have.
He would have.
He would have hurt.
He would have been dead, and I would have won via assassination.
Yep.
And yeah, we did check it, and there is line of sight. I'll come over here. I don't know if you can see it.
There was line of
I mean,
sight
it's
to
right
the
there.
position where we ended, but
You
it
see
was
line of
just out
sight,
of range for the
so-
14-inch gun.
Yep.
It was.
I always underestimate that gun. I always think it's just going to be ending with the fists or with the Druid's Wrath, but it's not. It's going to be ending with the gosh darn 14-inch. Why did I say gosh darn?
Yep.
14-inch gun.
So.
You know what really would have amused me?
What?
If you had instead left him like right
Yeah,
here.
I knew it was going to happen.
That's
I'm
pretty
like,
much.
I'm not letting this.
That's the
lecture
War
crap
Machine
happen
Tuesday
again.
for this week.
Not again.
Unfortunately, I do have an exam next Tuesday night, so I won't be here to catch a beginning of one.
Yeah.
And so hopefully a 50-point battle report with me on the sideline between two
It's weird to have
factions, 2 other factions.
I know, right?
That'll be good.
I'm not
That'll be
used to
good
it
enough,
either.
entertaining enough for 2 weeks.
I'm used to
So
being like her. Look at me.
hopefully
I
I
can
can
grind things down with my ever-regrowing
maybe get
infantry,
lucky and
but
catch a
no,
late
no,
game
that's
next
what
week,
happened.
but
It was a
probably not.
goddamn-
So
goddamn gun.
until the next
Shooting
time,
my ass
hope you
off.
guys enjoyed.